There's another fascinating story that is developing. Hillary Clinton's not yet formally released memoir making headlines already today for something she says about her opponent in the Democratic presidential primary campaign, Senator Bernie Sanders. Here's an excerpt from the book titled "What Happened." He isn't a Democrat. That's not a smear. That's what he says. He didn't get into the race to make sure a Democrat won the White House. He got in to disrupt the Democratic Party. I am proud to be a Democrat, and I wish Bernie was too. Let's get back to our panel. And Brianna, you've read these excerpts. The book, I think, is formally released next week, but already this is causing quite a stir. She's in effect saying, you know, Bernie Sanders, he's not a Democrat, and she's in effect also saying he's partly responsible for her loss to Donald Trump.
As someone who frequently complains that some of these candidate books, and now she, of course, her political future is behind her, I complain sometimes that these candidate books should be accompanied by a defibrillator because they can be so whitewashed and boring. This maybe isn't that. Maybe this is going to be really honest, and for that, I am very interested in reading this. But at the same time, it speaks to an issue that Hillary Clinton has had. I think we've all seen this, where she struggles sometimes to take responsibility. Now, we're looking at an excerpt. We need to see the entirety of the book. So this evaluation could change as we see that. But she came in with weaknesses that were completely self-created, and for an opponent to ignore those things, to not really run them, you know, the emails and a number of things, to not really capitalize on them would have been political negligence. So she couldn't have been surprised that someone was going to do that. She did things that hurt her brand, and then she seems to blame other people for doing that. At the same time, though, she does complain that Bernie was overpromising. She said it was he's promising 4-minute abs, no minute abs, magic abs. He was promising some magic abs. You know, I think we covered that, but it was also very attractive to voters, and for that, he did attract people.
Exactly, and it wasn't just the promise; it was the message. It was the enthusiasm.